Let's talk about fish, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about fish. Let's talk about fish. Fish. Let's talk about fish, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things.
Hey, Joey.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm great. How are you? Hello, everybody out there. I'm Mary Page.
I was
Mary,
waiting to you
Mary,
finish
you want
the
to come
song.
up and say hello? Love to have you come up and say hello, Mary. As we get bigger with this and get more involved, we're trying to tactically use our resources. One of the best resources we have is Mary Page because she meets and greets everybody. And she posts links and she's just a constant busy bee. So we've asked Mary to come up and say hello when we begin and to take charge of the chat because she does such a wonderful job with that. That'll leave me up here with Joey or Cass or by myself to then deal with issues like questions you have. So that's what we're trying to achieve here. There are going to be probably a few glitches, but we're just trying to keep up and trying to improve and trying to grow all at the same time. And there is a tremendous amount of growth going on the channel right now, which is a bit overwhelming. So, again, we've asked Mary to help out with that, and are going to be sharing some of the largesse as we move along. We're building a team, and we hope to be able to support that team more and more as we go along. So this is very much a team effort, and we appreciate everyone who's involved. So with that, hello everybody. Nice to see you all. Stephen is here. Stephen, there was a question in the latest video that was a response to your comment. Somebody saying they thought that garlic sounded a bit, I can't remember the word they used, a bit more talk than reality, I think was the sense.
Is that it? Okay.
And they asked for you to respond. If you wouldn't mind at some point going back to your comment, which I have pinned to the top of the comment section on the fish, treating fish, the latest video, which just broke 2,000, by the way, 2,000 views in its first day out. So we're excited about that.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And we started, there were a bunch of people earlier on today in the chat who were talking about garlic. So we do want to get into that a little bit.
Yeah, so I was going to say, there's a whole lot of garlic talk in here.
A lot of garlic talk, right? A lot of garlic
talk. I don't know.
One of the questions was, yeah, right, exactly. One of the questions was how much garlic, and somebody suggested a teaspoonful. I think it depends on how many fish you've got, and I would limit it. I would first of all make a paste out of it, so it would be tiny little bits, so it would be easy for the fish to manage. Like grind it up maybe. I don't know about putting the liquid garlic in, although I can't imagine the tiny amount that it would actually hurt anything. It's organic.
Yeah,
It probably would help the little microscopic guys. Probably make them feel better too.
true.
So
It might just make your water a little cloudy, but that whatever. If you're trying to make
it
it feel
wouldn't
better,
it
right?
wouldn't for much, but a
Yeah,
tiny amount, not very
right.
much, not a lot, and only once a week or
That's a good
less.
point. Yeah.
Once a week would be the most I would use it. Um, Once a month maybe, just whatever feels right to you. But make it a paste
Right.
and put a quarter teaspoon or so in at a time, and see how it goes. If you have one pleco that eats the whole thing, then try a little more and maybe spread it out some.
Right. Right. Yep.
Ah, Betty, welcome. Nice to see you here. Good to have you with us. Cinnamon bark. Betty's asking about cinnamon bark.
Oh,
I
that's
don't
a
have
different
any.
question.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't have any feeling about that one way or the other. I've never done it. I hadn't thought about it. Don't
Me
really have a
neither.
sense of what it is or what it would do. I'm not familiar with its properties. I'm really not up to speed on uh, herbal kinds of issues. Never really got into it much. Uh, you have a sister who's an herbalist, don't you, Joey?
Well, I have no. I have one sister that I mean, she does a lot of that, but she's not a quote herbalist. And then I had, I mean, she had the metaphysical store, but I would not call her an herbalist. No,
Okay,
no.
so let's look into
Unfortunately,
that a little
sorry.
bit. Um, let's look into that a little bit
Yeah, that
and
would definitely
see if some people have some thoughts about
take some answers. You've got a
about
question. Um, you've got a question from Brandon at 607.
how to diagnose yellow lab sickle. Red spots developing and then going away, then pop up. Also devoting, didn't get the route, there it is. Developing secondary bacterial infections. Yeah, it sounds like bacteria. It's probably primary. It's probably not secondary. I would rather imagine that the red spots are in fact bacterial. Um, Try the garlic. If the fish is getting them and it's going away, then she's fighting it.
Right.
Um, so you want to give her a little more to work with to be able to fight it. Make sure that you're not overfeeding. Make sure there's not a significant bacterial infestation, if you will, in the tank. That can happen without you seeing it, and it'll typically happen if there's uneaten food or too much waste from the food that's eating laying on the bottom for more than a tiny amount of time, more than a minute or two. Food should never be laying on the bottom. Absolutely never. When I feed fish, I feed for them to eat everything I'm feeding before it hits the bottom. If it hits the bottom, I know I've overfed. I know I've put too much food in there. And that includes feeding the Corydoras and Plecostomus, because they will eat the waste that's produced by the other fish, which is very, very high in nutrition. They're not getting a less substantial meal by eating the other fish's waste. In fact, they're really getting more benefit than the fish got initially, because the food they're eating is partially digested, which means they really can get more nutrition out of it than they might otherwise be able to.
Okay,
that makes sense.
he's adding to this. Yellow Lab is fed once every other day, only 2 pellets of super green veggies.
2 pellets of super green. I don't know.
Yeah,
Is that a
must be
dime size pellet? Is that a dime size pellet, or is it a tiny grain? Uh, a dime size pellet would be about 10 times more than that fish needs to eat. And if you're feeding 2 of them, it's substantially overfed, which means that you are building waste in the tank. You gotta take this feeding thing seriously. If you're setting up a tank that is an attempt to create a stable balanced tank, then you have to understand that food is being created by the tank itself, by the biological system that is at work in that tank. It does create food, and it creates enough food for the little tiny fish that are in there to have more than enough to eat. You don't need to feed a fish that's under an inch long. If you've got a balanced tank and you've got plenty of plants, you have a dirted bottom with a sand bed on it, you do not need to feed the little tiny fish at all. Not at all. They will find fish. They'll find food. They will eat algae. They will eat microscopic life like amoebas and paramecium. They will eat little tiny worms and shrimp. They will eat all of the little microscopic life that's living in that tank. You really do not need to feed them. Nobody goes, God doesn't go around and throw food in all the ponds. Those ponds create food for the tiniest fish in them. So take this very seriously. Don't feel like you can throw a handful of food in once a week and you'll be safe. You won't. You'll be overfeeding. It's the amount that you put in at any one time that matters. You want to feed less frequently if you're feeding 5 times a day. Now, there are caveats for all of this. You know, the biggest caveat is if you're raising baby fish that need to be fed 4 and 5 times a day, then you're running that tank in a way to be able to deal with the ammonia and the waste that's building up in it. Otherwise, you're going to lose them. In a balanced tank, putting an excess amount of food in there throws the balance out of whack, and it causes an excess in bacterial growth. And if you've got red spots on your fish, you've got bacterial growth in the water. You have an excess of bacteria in there. That's what that is. So cut way back. An mbuna can eat nothing. They feed on algae. In the wild, they are predominantly an algae eater. They will pick at plants. They will scrape the algae off of rocks and leaves. That's what they eat in the wild. Don't feel like you have to keep feeding your fish. The more you do that, the more risk you're taking. I don't know how much more strongly I can say this, except to say that when there is a problem in a tank, 99% of the time, it's caused by overfeeding. The single worst thing you can possibly do in a fish tank, other than put gravel in it, is feed the fish. Stop feeding your fish and depend on the tank to build the food supply naturally that it's capable of doing. Obviously, if you've got Oscars, you can't do that. You've got to feed them, but you can feed them once a week. You don't need to feed them every day. So be conscious. Just be really super conscious about what you're putting in that tank. Enough rant.
Okay.
Thank you.
This is just interesting. This is from one fishy dude. He said, I microwave garlic cloves for 30 seconds to soften. Then I put it with a piece of chicken through a garlic press.
Nice.
I think that's pretty
That's
cool.
clever. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I like it. Never thought of it.
And the press allows you to have very tiny pieces, and that's really the key.
Yes.
You know, you feed big chunks of stuff, and it creates its own kind of problem. The tiny pieces get digested and picked up by little fish more easily.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's fun to feed fish. It is wonderful fun to feed fish. But I tell you frankly, it's a lot more fun to sit there and watch them and just observe how they behave and how they meet their needs in
That
your
is true, too.
beautiful, natural, balanced environment.
Well, Rohan I think he thinks you got a haircut.
That's funny. That's funny. You know what I did? I noticed the other day that one end was longer than the other. So I cut a
tried to
piece
even
off,
it up.
and now it's shorter than the other.
Okay. Well, it looks like maybe he was right. So
now I gotta cut that
okay,
one.
Brandon says he's going to drastically cut back on the feeding and be mindful of how
Good.
much and how
Yeah.
often.
You
There
bet.
go.
You bet.
All right. So.
Oh, let me tell you that I've been talking to Thomas about a meme that I want to do.
Okay.
I've mentioned it to one or two people, so I'll try to describe it. Maybe somebody will be able to create it. The meme depicts two characters, each sitting in front of a bowl with a goldfish in it or a betta or whatever. And one of them is sitting in the Buddha Om position, meditating on the fish and the bowl. And it's a very pretty little bowl with a deep sand bed of substrate and plants growing and a fish swimming around in it. The other character is well, we thought about a walrus, but then maybe more like a what are the birds that eat dead stuff?
Like vultures?
Like a vulture, yeah, or a turkey or something.
Or a
Just
crow.
hands in the tank every second, rooting it around, throwing food in.
Yeah. Okay.
Just pulling the fish out and looking at it and putting it back, stirring it up, pumping it out. I thought it'd be really interesting to depict those two images of how to care for your aquarium.
It might be. We can see what effect it has on people, right?
Yeah, I need to get somebody to put that together.
So David has a nice statement at 6:17. David Piper.
Go ahead and read it. I'm
You
not
see it?
there.
Okay. I set up a small aquarium today for a 12-year-old with the father fish method today. Taught her how to care for them all. A very exciting house there today.
I'll bet you. That's
really
great
nice.
fun.
Yeah.
That's fun. And a child.
What did you choose for fish? I'm curious.
Yeah, what'd you use for fish and plants? What'd you put in it? That's neat. I'll tell you one of the most enjoyable things you can do is set up a tank for a child. It is an absolute joy and something that everyone can get into and everyone can enjoy. We have a member of our fish club. Every single month, he'll come to the meetings, which we haven't had since March. He'll try to acquire a used tank. 20 is the biggest he does, usually 10. Some plants, a few fish, and he will donate that to some young person. He has a feeding program where he feeds several hundred families a week.
Wow.
So he has a lot of families that are that are really hurting for money and really can't afford to do a tank for their child. So he makes a donation of that on the condition that if they lose interest, they need to call him so he can come take it back and give it to somebody else. But he rarely has that happen.
Hi, Aquarium Cup.
Aquarium Cup, hello, hello.
It took a minute, but now I'm able to hear. Hello.
It's there, right. Welcome. Welcome, welcome.
But is he there? Is Aquarium Cup there? Oh, somebody just gave
Benny
me super
Days
chat.
is talking about CBD oil for fish, and she's asked Stephen about it. That's good because I don't want to
Thank you.
deal with it.
Thank you, Brandon. Brandon just gave you a $10 super chat.
Oh, how nice.
And with a
There
nice
it
little
is,
note.
right there.
Yeah.
Veggie pellets are bite size. Okay. That's great. That's
Yeah.
great. Yeah, see if you can. I'm sure that there's a bacterial problem in your tank. You need to work on trying to figure out what's causing that.
How do you feel about? Would you suggest a water change or no?
Oh, sure. Yeah,
Because like I always
absolutely.
feel like I do a water change
Yeah,
before I change
absolutely.
anything. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
as long as we agree. Yeah.
Steven says, I've finally finished my clinic and set everything up. I'm going to go ahead and send you my profile info along with a copy of my certificate for aquatic veterinarian processes. You can use it as you see fit if
Oh
you
wow.
feel the situation warrants it. I'm very happy to promote your services, Stephen. I need um, I need a contact to send people to you. So that would be uh, most helpful. I'm certainly happy to promote your business and what you're doing. I did that on the
Sure.
most recent video we posted, but I do need a place to send people to so that they can get in touch with you. And I can
Absolutely.
post that. I'm happy to post it.
Okay. That would be nice.
Curly Bunny is here. Hi, Curly
Hey,
Bunny.
Curly Bunny.
Father
And
Fish,
yes, sir.
do I have feedback or anything? Am I good?
You're good.
Okay. I don't want to disrupt this awesome stream right now, but at the end, I want to talk to you,
Okay.
like before you end it.
Before we end it.
Yeah.
All right. If that's the way you want it, we'll try to do it. You're gonna
Yeah.
have to you're gonna have to chime in. Let's see, we're gonna run until 7 o'clock or thereabouts.
Okay.
Why don't,
Okay.
why don't you
Okay.
come
So
back at 7?
yeah, at 6:55 or 7. Yep.
Okay, that sounds great. Happy to do it. You got us all curious now.
Okay, I was like, now can you tell me what he said because I couldn't hear it?
Oh, he wants to come in at the end of the stream.
Okay. And
Because
So
the
we're gonna.
stream is so good, I don't want to disrupt it.
Oh, you're not disrupting at all. We're actually at a transition point right now, so this would really be a perfect time to express what's on your mind.
No.
Okay,
no.
that's fine. We'll
Okay.
do it at 7 o'clock. Nope, he's gone.
He's gone.
And with that, he's gone. All
Okay.
right. So
Hello.
I'm
Pop's
not
coming
gone.
back.
I'm
Oh,
not
Yeah.
he's
gone.
not gone.
I love what you're talking about, so I want to
Okay.
listen.
Okay. Well, I'm talking about what everybody out here is asking me about.
Whatever they want you to
We'll
talk
see you.
about,
We'll
right?
see you back here at 7.
Okay. Oh, Steven says his number, his email and business number will be included for you, Father Fish. So I guess he's going to send that to you.
Where are you? I'm sorry.
I was just looking at what Steven, the biologist, was saying at
Oh, okay, good.
623.
Howard's talking about pike I had a chain pickerel once in a tank. It was a little one, maybe 8, 10 inches. I caught it in the Chesapeake Bay.
Huh.
Never saw one before that in my life. Caught that one and kept it. I kept it tanked for about a year. It was wonderful. I loved it. It's a beautiful, beautiful fish that did really, really well. It was a lot of fun to watch it swim, and the colors were just magnificent.
Was it
And
very aggressive? I always wonder about those.
I had it by itself,
Okay.
so I don't know.
You know what I mean? I feel like they're
Yeah, well, it would have eaten little fish. I mean, that's
well,
what they do.
sure.
Probably not aggressive at all. Probably simply predaceous. Typically, lurkers are not aggressive. They're simply predaceous.
Just opportunistic, huh?
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Okay.
But what a beautiful fish! Just incredible colors.
Well, I think that's the thing with a lot of these fishes. You know, you only ever see them swimming by. You never get a chance to view them from the side and see what they
Right,
really have
right.
to offer. There's a lot of stuff for Steven.
Yeah. What was? Okay, good.
I don't see any more questions right here, Father Phil.
Green
Unless somebody
Machine.
put something
Uh,
in.
yeah, Green Machine has been on YouTube for many years. He has a farmette, I guess, um, like a lot of people do. It's just a lot of fun, really interesting. He's not a kid; he's a mature man.
No, but it's another country, right? He's not from the U.S.
I don't know where I
I don't
forgot.
believe he's from the U.S.
I think you're right.
It was.
Oh,
I don't know. I want to say like Sweden or something, but I'm
yeah,
probably
exactly. I
Yeah.
think that's right. It's
Which
one
is
of the
very cool.
one of
but
the
I just-
Nordic countries, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
How does Father Fish method work with fish that like to dig in the sand? Are there any good workarounds? Green Machine's asking. Um, there are two kinds of diggers. There's the fish that digs for food, and those never dig deeply. They'll dig like corridors, for example, or the earth eaters. They'll dig down half an inch at the absolute maximum, but typically less. Typically half an inch or even a quarter of an inch. They do not go deep at all. For those kinds of fish, the geophagus, the cories, the other catfish, 2 inches of sand is perfectly adequate. They're not going to disturb the dirt. It will not be a problem. For Central American cichlids and other fish that build nests by making pits in the bottom, all bets are off. You cannot do a dirted tank. It will not work because they will dig to the bottom. They will dig all the way down to hard rock, to glass.
I deal with that every day.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Yeah, that's a goldfish thing.
No, I breed convict cichlids. They're digging pits
Oh, you breed convicts, right?
all day long. Yeah.
Any of the Central Americans are going to do that. The South Americans will not. They will not go that deep. A fish like bettas, angels, chocolate cichlids, waru. Oh, golly, there's so many. None of them, the geophagus, they don't go down deep. They're a shallow feeder. They're looking for the animals that live in the top of the substrate. They're not looking for anything that's down deep in there. They're looking for algae and living animals that are right at the surface or just below the surface.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not an issue.
Right.
But if you're going to keep Oscars, or any of the many different kinds of fantastic Central American cichlids, many of which become huge fish, 1 foot, 2 foot, big fish. They're nest builders, and the kind of nest they like to build is a pit. I have a tank that's got a foot of sand in it, and I've got flower horns, Oscars, Severums, some other big fish, and they'll move that entire substrate from one end of the tank to the other. You can't get away with a dirted tank with those fish. It just isn't going to work. However, what I've noticed is that over time, that sand will take on the characteristics of a dirted tank, and it will be able to maintain the growth of plants in it. And those areas where there are plants naturally growing, so long as there are other areas that are open, the fish will choose the open area. They won't choose the planted area. In a brand new tank, that's not going to be true. But if they're in there for a year, 2 years, 3 years, you'll find that's true. You'll find that they will allow plants to grow, and they'll put their nest in another area, a bare area. Little known fact. It pays to watch your fish.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
It pays to watch them.
I think Dreamweaver's suggesting putting a lot of rocks around the plants. And sometimes that can work. Dreamweaver at 631. Oh, 40 tanks of Shelly. Wow. That's a lot.
Daniken is here. Hi, Daniken. Kenny E.
And that's a good idea. Yeah, basically to keep the live plants, build little things around them. That makes sense.
Green Machine says, after a major water leak, I move a hobby outside. Dirt bottom no longer possible, I think. Yeah, it certainly is. I don't know what you've got, but if you're doing vats, for example, and you have relatively small fish, you can do an open dirt, just a little bit of sand, if any at all. So long as they're not stirring it up, it'll settle and it'll provide a lot more nutrition. It's a look down in kind of environment, not a look through. So you can get away with that in like in a tub or a vat. What else? Dreamweaver. I have 40 tanks of Shelleys, and I do keep plants in them. I do too. I have to surround the plants with rocks, sand-only substrates, maybe use clay pots, dirt, and gravel on top. Yeah, that certainly works. My Shelleys don't dig. Are you saying that yours dig? That's interesting.
Or move things. Who knows?
Natural Aquarist is talking about doing egg crate, which is the little plastic stuff that's put in drop ceilings, the little tiny plastic squares. He's using it to keep the diggers from going too deep. That's pretty cool.
That's actually really smart.
It really is. That works.
Really smart.
You have to put that on the dirt and then cap it with sand. You're home free. I like it. I like it a lot.
This is why we love the chat.
You betcha.
That's a great tip.
Good job, Natural Aquarist. Nice job. No, just remember that.
I got it locked in up here now.
There you go. And I do too as a rule. Let's see. 40 tanks of Shelleys, my word.
That's a lot of Shelleys.
That's pretty serious.
Yeah.
Pretty serious. And they're fabulous fish. The Shelleys are so
I
cool.
have never kept them. It's funny how.
You probably would enjoy. You ought to get into the Tanganyikas. It's a whole other kind of thing, and there's such an enormous variety.
Oh, yes. I know. I look at them, but I just don't buy them.
May your beer, Waterborne Tropicals is saying, Happy New Year, Father Fish. May your beard reign and prosper in 2021. And may the Lord be with you. Well, thank you. Thank you, Waterborne Tropicals. I'll go
Oh.
for the Lord part. I'm not sure about the beard. The hair thing is mainly what's bothering me. And I don't know quite how to deal with it. I was thinking maybe what I need to do is maybe I need to get it styled. I don't know. It it just seems
Well,
weird to me.
I
I
don't
see,
know.
I screwed it up.
Either that or you just cut it off. I don't know which.
Yeah, well, I can certainly cut it off. I've kind of started doing that. I think I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
cut it. I don't know. It was bad before. Now it's worse. No, I've been cutting my own hair for hold on, like 80, 70 years, 60 years since I was about 20.
Oop,
Clock
is that a
fish.
phone call?
I do. Yes. Yes. Oh, hi, Charlie. Oh, it's here. I've got it in front right now. No, I'm sorry. You're over in the park? No, I've been late. I've been working late. I have a TV program I do from my shop in the evenings. So I appreciate it. Yeah. Well, thank you, Charlie. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll be late getting home tonight too. No, I'm in late and out early. So I've been there. I'm there. I'm there. Thanks, Shirley. Say hi to Tina for me. Okay, appreciate it. Bye bye. Happy New Year. That's my neighbor worried about me because I haven't been home lately.
Oh, I thought he was worried because the lights were on in the store. I thought maybe it was something.
No, he's my neighbor where I live. And I've been getting in late and
Okay.
leaving early. So
Yeah.
they've been thinking I'm not there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what else?
Well, this chat is jumping. Hold on. I don't know. Because it just jumped on me.
I know it does that on YouTube.
Yes.
It's a
Yeah, that's
bother,
right.
isn't it?
Um,
A lot of hellos and how are you?
yeah, there's always
Like that.
always tons of hellos, which is great.
Mary's missing hellos. Yeah,
I'm missing hellos.
really.
Um,
Thank you, Mary. Real sing.
okay. Well, if anybody has a question, please drop it in the chat
Yeah.
right now.
Roman's saying I need a barber. I think you're right. I think I need a stylist. Last time I went to a barber, he did he brushed my mustache down and cut it like that. And I had a year's worth of growth of and he cut it all off. So I don't trust barbers. He also lopped off my beard to the point where it's non existent. And I don't know what he did to my hair. Um, so I don't know what to do. I'm kind of at a loss.
I don't know. I would like to say that we have a few new people in here tonight, and welcome.
Well, let me do this. Let me jump over
We just had Lady
onto YouTube.
Aquatics come in. That's her first time watching, and there's some other people I think that have come in that we've been talking, but we've got some new people in here, and that's wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you for coming in.
Let's see.
Mike D is here. You could probably pass out a few wrenches too, because I believe Better Days and
Yeah,
Mike
I
D
was
have
kind
been
of
here more
thinking
than
the same
once.
thing. Let me
If you're
see
getting
where
over
we're
there,
at.
pass out some wrenches. And I know Mary is doing a wonderful job in dropping links, but if anybody would like to drop
Roman is
links, they are welcome
suggesting a
to.
lady stylist. Actually, I have one, but she's not exactly available to me. Amanda Fox, Precious Tranquility, also known as Good Mother.
Yeah, but that doesn't count. She's in Texas. She
I
can't cut her
know,
hair.
I know.
You gotta find somebody that is a
She
couple miles away.
she sent me presents for my daughter and my granddaughter, hairstyling stuff that they're gonna be. I had to put it in the mail to them.
Well, I mean that's wonderful, but she can't help you cut your hair. If you're gonna
All
have
right,
somebody actually
I
cut your
know.
hair, you gotta find somebody close to you.
Betty Days,
Don't be silly.
Betty Days, that moderator.
Yes, and Mike D.
Mike D, ad moderator. Lady Aquatics,
Lady Aquatics is just brand new here tonight. First
brand
time
new here
people
tonight.
coming in.
So they are all wrenched. Amy
Okay.
5 Aquatics, lurking while she feeds her fish. And let's give Amy 5 a wrench as well.
All right.
You know, we keep saying if we get to a million, we're going to have lots of monitors. But the problem is, we keep giving out wrenches to everybody who comes in, so we're going to wind up with a million wrenches.
Well, I wasn't a part of this decision. This is how you do it, so we have to
I
keep
know.
doing it.
No, you were not. That's fair.
I'm just doing
Mike
what we
D,
do. We pass out wrenches.
Mike D wants to know where the store is and is it open to the public? Yes, it is open to
Ooh,
the
it is.
public,
Yes.
and it is located in Venice, Florida, which is just south of Sarasota, Florida, south of Bradenton, Florida, south of Tampa, Florida.
Yeah.
So we're about an hour and a half south of Tampa, Florida, on the coast, right on the Gulf.
Mm-hmm. Water Barn Tropicals at 642.
Tree 77, added an inch of sand, tank a little cloudy, when can I turn on the filters? As soon as you get the sand in there, as soon as the sand settles to the bottom, you can turn the filters on. So go to get them cranked up right now.
Yeah.
You don't need to wait.
All right, let's do Water Barn Tropicals at 642.
Where?
642 Water Barn.
642.
I'm just gonna make you do what I want. 642.
642. Who am I looking at?
Water
Barn. The beard is perfect as it is. Throw in some oil for styling. All right. I'm reading Water Barn Tropicals, talking about my beard.
That's not what I
SOCON.
see. I see Father Fish. I have a tank with mollies and platies. The platies bred like crazy. The mollies do not. Do I need to add salt?
Well, I see that too. The beard one is more interesting.
Well, I want the
Street
fish question
Nigeria mollies
answered.
do not. That's interesting. There are times, but live bearers are weird animals. I've seen live bearers hold fry for 90 and 120 days. They just don't let go of them. They just hold them in month after month after month. I've seen others that pop them out every 30 days like clockwork. I don't know what the difference is, frankly. The mollies you have are probably yucatans. They're probably not green sailfins. which means they, oh dear, I don't know if the Yucatan actually is a brackish molly. I keep thinking it is when I'm not at all sure. The sailfin is brackish. In fact,
Definitely
we
brackish.
catch the
Yeah.
sailfin in the Gulf. We catch it in salt water.
Mm-hmm.
I caught a gambusi in salt water the other day that kind of surprised me. I've not caught that before in salt water. Um, so I would
I
not
don't.
worry about it. I don't think there's anything much you can do. Try feeding live food. See if that'll kick it up. Sometimes live food will cause the embryos to develop more quickly. It'll provide more of the right kind of protein, I guess, to get them going.
Sorry, I'm laughing because I'm like, if it was a horse and we were trying to get her to foal out, we might take her for a trailer ride.
Ah,
Shake
there you
things
go.
up a bit,
Right.
you know,
Yeah, just catch it in your net and shake it a bit.
shake
See
it
if
a
that
little.
helps.
See
Now
if
we
that
do
helps.
that. We do that with umbunas, with the Africans.
Right, right.
We catch them. We do. We catch them in the
I
net
know.
and we shake them after they've been holding for 3 or 4 weeks.
Absolutely. Father Fish, could you give Rob 93 Aquatics a wrench, please? And we just got a super chat
Noah Wilson, thank you.
from Noah.
Never seen this many blue wrenches before. Noah, where is
Oh,
Noah?
just wait. So yeah, if you could give Rob 93 a wrench, please.
Well, Noah, you now have a wrench.
Mm-hmm.
Rob 93, you got it.
All right. Because he's been back many times and we just somehow keep missing him. Sorry, Rob.
Right. Yeah, I don't know why we do this exactly, Noah. It just kind
Hey,
of
I
got
didn't
out.
start it.
It,
I'm just
it
gonna
kind of
keep
got
it.
out of hand, and now it's become a thing.
It is a thing. Hey, whatever. It's all good.
Armored Jester wants a wrench. You got to be on your best behavior, Armored Jester. We don't know you. You're asking us to trust you, so we will.
And you see that there are a lot of wrenches here, so you gotta behave.
Right. Because if you're not, you get
Well,
beat
if
up
you
on so bad, you won't be able to stay on YouTube anymore.
okay, well, there's somebody else that needs a wrench too. I think I
Hand
saw.
pan, hand pan, hand
Yeah,
pan.
and Joshy. I think I saw Joshy in here too,
Who?
and he needs a wrench too. I believe, if my memory is right, which it's
I'm
probably
not
not.
finding. And you know what? I need to go. I need to go to the top and get in live chat because I'm in top chat and see if that makes a difference.
Well, yeah, live chat would really help.
Greg the Guppy Guy. Hello,
I
Greg.
should be asking
Larry
you these
Gate,
things,
Tennessee
right? Are you in
Aquatics.
live chat?
What time is it? What are we
Hello,
doing?
Greg. And
6:50.
and TN Aqua Father Fish is Tennessee H2O. He changed his name. I believe it's Robert, but he changed his name to TN Aqua
He and Aqua, he
instead of
still
the
got his
Tennessee
wrench.
H2O. But he
Wrench
says
fight,
wrench. Yeah.
go, 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 he says. Right, wrench fight. Whoopie doo.
Ooh, what are your thoughts on manufactured soil like Frugal Stratum? You have
I think it's fine if you want to spend the money on it.
right.
I suggest you cap it with sand in order to be able to use it most effectively. If it is an organic product that has nutrition in it, then you need to cap it. If it's not, it doesn't matter.
Right.
But if it is organic, cap it. It's also a little more, it's more kind of between sand and gravel texture wise, and will work best if it's capped.
All right.
Armored Jester sounds like a disguise for Gullymon. Yes, it does. It does, doesn't it, Robin?
Well, I wouldn't put it past him, but we don't
You
know
think
for
we've
sure.
been had? That's a distinct possibility.
I mean, no, the other no. What about no? There's another one that I'm not sure of. Where did I see it?
Right. Where are we? I want to. Xanadu. Xanadu. Thank you, Xanadu. Wrenches for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I saw a
Oh,
hammer
thank you,
once.
Xanadu.
I never
Thank
figured
you.
out how to get a hammer. Thank you,
That's
Xanadu, for your $2 super chat. Thank you so much. All right. We can get Aquarium Cop back up here, and Mary, if you'd like to pop up and join us, we'd be happy to have you. What is one fish you can never get enough of? My favorite fish, says Myrtle. Probably bettas. Probably. I can never get enough of bettas. I find the variety just infinite with them.
Lady Aquatic says my organic soil is capped with sand and keeps shifting, but fish and plants love it.
Okay, that's cool. And mainly bettas. Yeah, try it.
I guess if you're not happy with the movement, add more sand. If you feel like it's moving too much.
It depends. Again, I don't use any of those products, so I'm really not familiar with them. If, as I said, if they have nutrition in them, then you really need to cap it because you want to keep that nutrition out of the water column. Otherwise, you're going to be growing algae. If they don't, then it doesn't matter. You can use it as a cap even.
Right, because as you said, it is pretty and it's nice to have the texture.
I like the look of it. I do indeed.
You know, you were saying before you could do the bottom layer could be that, save a little out, cap it with sand, and do your sprinkle on the top for the aesthetic part.
Right. Aquarium Cop. Did we lose Aquarium Cop?
Nope. Well, he's back.
Well, he never left.
I don't know if we lost him or he's back, but he's here.
No, didn't lose him.
Okay.
But he's probably not, I don't know, he may not be around. I don't know where he is.
Well, he has 2 minutes. He said 6:55.
Well, he never left.
No, I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah, turn your TV off. All right, Aquarium Cop, what is on your mind? Lost him again. 70 likes, 97 watching. Mercy.
I don't know where he is.
He's
like
there. There he is. I'm right. Well, now it's
You get some feedback, Aquarium Cop.
Yeah.
From me?
Yeah.
You need to turn something off. I think you got it.
Do I have feedback? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You're good now.
Perfect.
Good now.
You're good. All right. What is on your mind, AC?
Okay, the one thing you're missing out of your blah, blah, blah is observe your fish.
Okay. Then you're right. I didn't realize I was missing it. You mean on the video?
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Like you're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yep.
The only thing missing was observe your fish, love your fish, watch them,
Absolutely right.
learn what
Absolutely
they're
right.
doing, learn
Yep.
what they're doing.
Yep.
See that.
Yep. Couldn't agree more. Could not agree more.
No, I agree, and that's
That.
what I do. I walk around, and that's when I know I need to do something because you know
Yeah.
their
Yeah.
behavior. Absolutely.
You know, that's a good video. Just that. Observe your fish.
Mm-hmm. It would be.
Not just talk about it, but let's look at fish
Yep.
and really look. Yeah, absolutely. I
No,
like
he's
that.
right because you
Thank
can,
you for pulling us back down to earth,
yeah.
Aquarium God. Absolutely right.
Because then you'll know when they're not acting right if you watch them on a regular basis.
And that's really the key
And that's
anyway.
key. Yeah.
You see something a little different, and it's only after having observed them for a long time that you
Right.
notice the differences.
Yeah.
You notice
Exactly.
you notice
Love
when
them.
something is wrong. Yeah,
Love them. Watch them.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
And enjoy, yeah, as you said, enjoy them. Yes, but
Yes,
that
right,
is
enjoy
spot
them.
on, Aquarium Talk. You nailed it.
right.
We'll give that boy a
Um,
gold star.
Waterborne
So
tropical.
Oh, thank
Yes.
you, Waterbond Tropicals.
1 in the morning in Holland.
Oh, they're in Holland. I didn't realize that. Wow.
Much love to
Thanks for
everyone in the
tuning in.
blessed New Year. Thank you, Waterbarn.
Yes, thank
Bless you and wonderful New Year to everyone. And we are at,
you. Oh, Marion says,
Father Fish,
yes, sir.
can my baby Curly Bonnie EMT say hi to you for a minute?
Please. Absolutely. Please.
Hello, Father Fish.
Hello, Curly Bunny. How are you,
Hi.
sweetheart? Happy
We're
to
doing
happy
okay.
to hear you.
Hi, Joey.
hi, Curly Bunny, how are you? Happy New Year.
She's a
Hi,
sweet girl.
Joey.
Hi, how are you? Happy New Year.
Nice.
I think he can
All
hear
right,
me.
Father Fish. Father
Yep.
Fish, you hear me?
Yes. Yes, I
What
hear
I'm
you.
at, what I'm asking for you right now.
Okay.
You had such a beautiful stream. Everybody's so happy. Okay? Can I ask for prayers right now?
For your mother.
My mother is in the COVID unit and gonna die in probably 3 hours.
Oh my God.
Oh, I'm
It's
so
it's
sorry.
the hardest thing in the freaking world. I
Yeah.
had to go see my mother in a tent. All right?
Oh my
That's
God.
why that's why I asked for me to talk to you at the end of this. Okay?
Well, thank you. Yes.
So
Okay.
sorry.
Because everybody saw it beating so good, and I love it. Okay. But I had to say goodbye to my mother today.
Oh my. I've had that experience. I know about that.
Okay, but um, it's a blessing in disguise. She fell Thursday in a tub.
Uh,
All right,
uh,
and then she went to the hospital, and they discovered she had pneumonia.
oh my.
And then they discovered she has COVID. All right, so I'm gonna bug out right now. Anybody that thinks COVID's fake, they can go f themselves. All right.
I
So
hear you.
anyway, how she got COVID? She hasn't left her house in 12 months, but she had uh,
Home health aide.
a home health aide come
Who's
and
helping her?
like walk her, like get her strength up from another problem, and
Yeah.
she got COVID from that health aide. Okay,
What?
so um, I spoke to my mom today on a video call or whatever, and on her last breath.
She couldn't even speak, Father.
She couldn't even speak.
He's feeling really down.
I'm
Father,
so
bring your
sorry.
peace. Bring your peace upon this family and upon all families that are suffering and struggling with this.
I didn't want to bring nobody down,
Not at
but
all.
you give me faith, Father. Bunny's with me right now.
I'm with you.
You got to give me a minute.
Yes. Let me pray with you and with everyone. Father, we know you are in charge of all things, and we know you give and you take. We know that Aquarium Cup's mother is in your loving arms and will
Yes.
soon return to your fold. We bless this family and all families that are similarly struggling with the isolation and the pain that comes from all of this. Lord, we pray wisdom and peace and love and a gentle spirit, especially in this time when things are so harsh and so difficult and so impenetrable. We pray your light and your spirit upon all of us. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. I just want to tell you, like it don't make sense. But I think my father tripped my mom. My father's deceased, but I think that him caring and loving for her, he tripped her in the bathroom, which sent her to the hospital. She got she got x-rayed and everything, like, oh, there's no broken bones, but they discovered that she has pneumonia. And then they gave it a test, and then they gave it a test, and she has COVID. And I was talking to her yesterday, like, she's like, oh, I'll be home soon. Boom.
I know.
How many 12 hours later, dying. Dying. I had to call her and wish her goodbye. So
Yep.
she's not deceased yet, but she's going to be. And we had the best discussion in the world, and this is, I don't know how to express this. It's like, oh God, she'll be at rest. She'll be fine. She don't get a heart transplant or nothing like that. And I miss her. She's my baby. I love my mom so much. And that's that. That's why I didn't want to disrupt your beautiful life of Father Fish. Just pray my mom shoots up in the air to be with her husband, my father.
Amen.
Me, my kids, and my curly buddy. So broken hearted, but let her go. Let her go. Father Fish, pray. Let my mom go.
At peace.
Let her off this earth.
Yeah.
She's in her father's hands.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who she loves. I spoke to her, and her last, she couldn't even talk to me no more. She was like, I'm going to Dad, meaning when she says Dad to me, it means her husband.
Yeah.
I just had to say it. I'm
Amen.
sorry.
Sorry. I'm so
Don't
sorry.
Don't be. Thank you so much for
We love you, Aquarium.
the courage to come up and share this.
Aw.
We love you.
And I love you.
Thanks, Father Fish. We appreciate this.
Bye, sweetie. We love you all.
Love you too.
I think we're going to say goodbye. Let's do that without music, shall we?
I think that would
Bless
be
you all.
appropriate.
Bless you all. And see you tomorrow is Sunday. We'll be on tomorrow evening at 6. If you haven't watched our new video, please do so and leave a comment. Thank you for everybody in the chat. Thank you especially, Mary, for all your help. Thank you, Joey, for being up here with me. And thank you for everyone who's such an important part of the shoal, of this little part of the fish fam. Bless you all. Good night.